Hello, my name is Ted Robinson. I want to teach you the basics of emotional freedom technique. For those who've never seen it before, it's really quite simple and easy, although at first it may look a little difficult or complex. It really is quite simple. It's all based on one simple premise, and that is that all negative thoughts, self-limiting beliefs, pain, and aberrant behavior, like habits or addictions, are all the result of a simple blockage or a disruption in your energy system. Did you even know you had an energy system? Well, you do. They're meridians, energy meridians that run through your body. And these meridians literally carry life force energy. The Chinese have known about this and used it successfully for over 5,000 years. They call the energy Qi, C-H-I. Some places call it K-I, Q-I, but it's Qi. And this Qi runs through the body, and when it's running normally, it runs just fine and everything feels good and you don't have any problems. But when it's blocked for some reason, usually due to trauma of some sort, it will get blocked and then the energy doesn't flow, and then that results in negative thoughts. I'm no good, I can't this, I can't that, every day is lousy, that type of feeling. Or self-limiting beliefs. Nothing's going to work for me, I can't do it, things of that nature. Or aberrant behavior like addictions, overeating, alcoholism, drug addiction, gambling, any number of things, all can be developed and caused by these blockages in the meridians. And simple pain, even hitting your finger, even hitting your thumb with a hammer can cause pain, and it can be relieved just using emotional freedom technique. It's really quite amazing. Migraine headaches, regular headaches, all kinds of aberrant feelings in your body can be resolved using emotional freedom technique. So, how do we do it? It's really quite simple. Emotional freedom technique is basically three things. First, it's a determination of how badly you feel in the moment. Second, we get you to focus your mind by using some words. And thirdly, we tap on the various meridian access points in order to unblock the meridians. That's just as simple as it gets. So the first part is setting your SUDS. A SUDS means a subjective unit of discomfort scale. Between 0 and 10, that's all it is. It's used in every emergency room in the hospitals all around America. And all it means is if you feel a 10, you can't feel any worse. If you feel a 0, you can't feel any part of that issue any longer at all. Anything in between that is just a pretty good guess. And you'll know how it is for you. Everybody's got a different subjective feeling of pain or upset or any number of things. And so that's why it's called a subjective unit of the discomfort scale. So each person has their own scale. And the purpose of it is to see how well you're coming down, or if you're going up, or if you're just staying stationary. And that's that. That's the first part. The second part is the setup. And that's where we say a bunch of words to focus your attention on the issue you want to focus on or direct your emotional freedom technique at. And that could be anything. It could be sadness, it could be anger, rage, frustration, fear, anxiety, stress, any number of things. It could be, I'm not good enough, nobody loves me, I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy, I'll never earn a living, any number of things. And the last thing is you can be pain. And pain can be as simple as hitting your finger with a hammer as you're putting up a picture. And you're dancing around as your thumb is, throbbing. You can tap and the literal throbbing will go away. And also aberrant behavior. If you catch yourself in the middle of overeating, if you catch yourself in the middle of drinking too heavily, any number of things, gambling, you name it, whatever it is, drug abuse, you can start to use EFT to eliminate the urges that cause you to do those things, and then go underneath them for even greater relief to the underlying emotional component. All these things can be done with emotional freedom technique. Now, once we say the words, and by the way, when we say the words, all we do is we tap on the karate chop point and say these words to focus your attention on the negativity. It's the only time you're going to be using negative words, except when you first start the tapping. So you'll say the words, even though I have this, and then you say what it is. And you don't even have to say it. You can say this issue, and your subconscious will know what it is. And then you end the phrase with, I love and accept myself nonetheless. So it would sound like this: even though I have this anger, I love and accept myself nonetheless. Just that simple. Now you've focused your attention on the issue. Now you know what you're going to be tapping on. Now once you've done that 2 or 3 times, depending upon how strongly you feel it, you now go to the sequence, which is the third part. The sequence is simple. You're going to tap a number of points on the upper body and on the head. And you're going to tap them 3 to 5 times with the first 2 fingers of the dominant hand. Now I'm right-handed, so I'm using the first 2 fingers of my dominant hand, and I'm going to tap the left hand when I'm doing the setup. And then as I do each point, I'm just going to tap like that as I say some reminder phrases. The reminder phrases are simply references to the original setup words. So if it was, I've got all this anger and rage, I would simply say, I have a lot of anger and rage. Now I would also say it very emotionally. I've got a lot of anger and rage, like that. And the next point is the eyebrow point. I've got a lot of anger and rage, that type of thing. The next point is the side of the eye. You say the same thing. I've got a lot of anger and rage. Under the eye, which is under the eyeball, just about 1/4 of an inch below the lower lid, I've got a lot of anger and rage, like that. Under the nose, which is in the cleft of the upper lip, same thing. I've got a lot of anger and rage. Under the mouth, midway between the lower lip and the chin and side to side, I have a lot of anger and rage, just like that. The next point is the collarbone point. This is an important point. Your collarbone runs this way on your body, and right in the center, for ladies, there's like a little notch right in there. For men, there's a little gap in between the 2 bones. Both of you have gaps, actually. They're little rounded bones. I like to tap on the rounded bones and just a little bit off them. Both. I do both. Like this. The next point is under the armpit. Under the armpit is literally on the bra strap for ladies. Midway on the bra strap, front to back on the body, not the breast. And for men, it's about 3 inches below the armpit. If you feel there, you might feel it's a little tender. That's the spot you want to hit. And the last point, you come back and just end at the karate chop point. And each time you'd be saying all this anger and rage, I have a lot of anger and rage, or whatever it is, just so you focus your attention on whatever the issue is that you want to address. And it's just that simple. Now, after you finish that first sequence, you'll put your hands down and take a nice deep breath. Let it out. Just like that. And now check in with your SUDS again, your subjective unit of discomfort scale, to see how you feel now. Has there been a change? Is it the same? Is it going up? You never know which way it's going to go. Usually it comes down. Sometimes it stays the same. Rarely does it go up. But it can happen. Don't judge it. Oh, it's getting worse. What did I do to myself? Nothing like that. Just recognize it. And now, the second round, as you start, you simply say, even though I now feel better, usually, I'm feeling a little better, I'm feeling a lot better, I still have this anger and rage to deal with. And I love and accept myself nonetheless. And then you just start again at the top of the head and you say, I'm feeling better now, I like that. At the top of the eyebrow, I still have a lot of anger and rage left though. Side of the eye, I still like to get rid of the the rest of my anger and rage. Under the eye, I'd like to let this go now. And like that. All the various points, you just keep tapping them, keep tapping and saying your reminder phrases, and finish up here. Drop your hands and take another nice deep breath. Let it out. And check in again. And you just keep repeating the process. Repeat the process, repeat the process, until your SUDS comes all the way down to a 0. A 1 or a 0 is good, because by the time you get down to 1, it's going to dissipate on its own anyway. Remember, once the blockage has been broken, it will generally continue to unblock and unblock and unblock. So if it's not coming down real quickly, don't worry about it. It's going to continue on down even when you stop tapping, or if you start tapping on something else. Now, what you may find is the next issue will just automatically pop up, and so that gives you more to tap on. It's a never-ending process, because you're constantly clearing all of the trauma that you've ever had in your life that's still left in your body and in your energy meridians blocking you. And that's the idea of EFT. Clear them all out, and eventually you'll come to peace and presence. That's what this is all about. I hope that helps. Thanks.